Hi, I'm Gian Chua, and on behalf of Greenbelt Group of Ayala and Premier, I'd like to thank you for joining our event as we give you a brief overview of Ayala's best residential and office units to invest in this 2022. So for any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to your Greenbelt Group property specialist. So before we begin, I'd like to thank you for attending again, and I'd like to run you through our presentation proper. So for the first thing, we will be discussing the recently turned over inventory. Then we will be moving on to our existing inventory. And then lastly, we will be talking about the recommended units. So let me pass you on to Alan to discuss the first part of the presentation. Thank you.
So thank you, Gian. Good morning. I am Alan Santos, and today I'll be presenting Ayala Land Premier's recently turned over inventories rather. Ayala Land Premier is one of, if not the most established developers in the real estate market. So throughout the years, Ayala has built numerous developments across different locations, may it be down south, up north, or within the metro. Next, please. So one of its developments is One Serendra, located in Bonifacio Global City, Taguig. It was first launched during the first quarter of 2004 with a launch price of 128,000 per square meter. Today, the current market price of the units in One Serendra ranges from 370 to 400,000 per square meter, with a whopping property value appreciation of 159%. The average rental place of the units in One Serendra is at 1,000 rather 250 per square meter, depending whether or not the unit is fully furnished. Rental prices may still vary. Next, please. Another development is Park Terraces located in Makati City. Majority of its buildings were launched back in January and October of 2010, while the second tower was launched on September of 2012. The launch price of Park Terraces is at 169,000 per square meter. Today, the current market prices of the units in this project ranges from 325 to 400,000 square meter with a value appreciation of 96%. The average rental place of the units in Park Terraces is at 1,250 per square meter. And as I mentioned a while ago, rental prices may also vary. Next, please. Third is the suites in Bonifacio Global City, Taguig. This is another development by Ayala Land Premier. It was first launched last June of 2012 with a launch price of 188,000 per square meter. Today, the current market price of the units ranges from 470,000 to 550,000 with a value appreciation of 139%. The average rental place of the units in this development is at 1,200 pesos, which may also vary depending on the condition of the unit. Next, please. The last development we'll be talking about today is Ayala Land Premier's 2 Rojas Triangle located in Makati City. It was first launched back in November of 2014 with a launch price of 199,000 per square meter. Today, the current market price of the units in 2 Rojas Triangle ranges from 350,000 to 450,000 per square meter with a property value appreciation of 106%. The average rental prices in 2 Rojas Triangle is at 1,000 per square meter, depending whether or not the unit is fully furnished. So as you can see from the data provided that each development definitely yielded positive outcomes, may it be for end use or for investment purposes. The location of our development, as well as the infrastructure being established within these developments, surely affected the market prices positively. This market pattern will definitely carry over to the current and future projects of Ayala Land Premier. Thank you, everyone, and let me turn you over to Kat for the existing inventory.
Hi everyone, I'm Kathleen and I'll be discussing the existing inventories. So for Arca South, so this is one of the latest estates in Taguig, master planned by Ayala Land. So it is a 74-hectare mixed-use development and only a few minutes away from Makati, BGC, and the airport. On the right side corner of your screen is Ayala Land Premier's pioneer development in the area. So this is called Arbor Lanes. It is composed of 5 blocks and there are 1 to 3 bedroom units available as to date. And the price range is from 18.9 million to 69 million depending on the unit of preference. So next slide please. So for the construction updates of Arbor Lanes, as of the first month of 2022, Ayala Land Premier has turned over a total of 266 units and 71 unit owners are currently residing in the development. So this is for the first 3 blocks, namely the Willow, Pine, and Fern. So next slide, please. And for the Garden Court residences, this is Ayala Land Premier's second residential development in the estate located in the heart or the central part of the development. So we have 22 units available, ranging from the 1 3 bedroom options. And for the price range, it's 20.6 million to 64.1 million. So next slide, please. For the construction updates, so for the Metro Manila subway updates, the Department of Transportation declared that the project is 25% complete. So this includes the acquisition of the right-of-way and some parts of the construction. So the Food Terminal Inc. or Arca South Station is targeted to be completed by the third quarter of 2027. And the Metro Manila subway is expected to reduce travel time between Quezon City and NAIA from 1 hour and 10 minutes to 35 minutes only. So next slide, please. So for the other construction updates for the corporate centers in Arca South, so the Savia Financial Tower by Artha Land and the Manta Corporate Plaza is expected to be completed by this quarter. So followed by the South Tower on the fourth quarter of this year. And on your screen, you can see the Family Park, so which will also open this year. And there's also the Bamberton Center and the Trine Enterprise Plaza by Alveo will be completed in 2023. For the Ayala malls, the target completion is on 2024 for the first phase. So next slide, please. For development options in the area of Quezon City and Pasig, so Parklinks North Tower is Ayala Land Premier's first residential development in the Parklinks estate. So this is a 35-hectare master plan development of Ayala Land. As of now, we still have 37 units available of the 1 to 3 bedroom options, and the price range is from 22 million to 81.5 million. So next slide, please. For the construction updates, the Parklinks 110 meters iconic bridge connecting the Quezon City to the Pasig side of the development is in full swing in terms of the construction. So this is expected to be completed in a few months. So next slide, please. And for those clients who are looking for residential options in Makati, so Park Central Towers is the two-tower ultra-luxury development of Ayala Land Premier located in the central part of Makati. As of now, we still have 2 units available for this development ranging from 108 million to 121 million for a 3 bedroom unit. So next slide, please. And for the construction updates, the structural works have reached the 17th floor for the Park Central Towers and for the north and 48th floor for the South Tower. The facade installation is in full swing and have reached the 9th floor in the North Tower and 39th floor in the South Tower. So next slide, please. For those of you who are looking for premier office units in the northern part of Manila or in Quezon City, we still have 28 units available in One Vertis Plaza. So That's 10 units for a whole floor or 18 individual units. The price range would be from 35 million to 93 million. So depending on the unit type. So next slide, please. For the construction updates, the structural works have reached the 8th floor for One Vertis Plaza, and the architectural works is currently on full swing on the basement one. And for the government infrastructure in the area, as you can see on your screen, the first train set of the MRT 7 line has been installed. And the MRT 7, it's a 22-kilometer transit system connecting Quezon City and Bulacan. So this is also connected to the currently existing MRT 3 and LRT line. So this project, this government initiated project is 55.3% completed, and the target first run is on the first quarter of this year. Next slide, please. So the residences at Azuela Cove, this is a 2-tower low density development and located in the Davos Prime Waterside community. So we still have 6 units available of the 3-bedroom units, and the price range for this one is from 31 million to 49 million. So next slide, please. For the construction updates, so the mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and fire and safety works are ongoing in the North Tower. So this is up to the 21st floor. And the architectural works is currently in progress up to the 21st level. So for the government infrastructure involved in the area, so the Davao Bypass Tunnel. So this is a 2.3-kilometer two-tube mountain tunnel in Davao City, and it's currently under construction. So the 45.5-kilometer bypass road will begin from Barangay Turil, Davao City, and it will connect it will end at the Barangay Laurel, Panabo City. And it's expected to cut the travel time of 1 hour and for 44 minutes to just 49 minutes. So that's according or as mentioned by the DPWH. So thank you, and that's all for my presentation. So I will turn you over to the next presenter, which will be the
Thank you.
recommended units.
Thank you, Kat. I'm Pamang Gubat, and I'm here to discuss our recommended units. So for Parklink Tower, this is the project we have in Quezon City and Pasig. I am recommending the 3-bedroom West Sky Suite. This is approximately 268 square meters with 3 parking slots. Why did I recommend this? Because of the view of Ortigas skyline. Very beautiful at night because of the city lights. And then if you can see the slide, the unit is facing southeast. Next slide, please. Sorry, west, facing west. Next slide, please. So we have different payment options to choose from. I'm just gonna compare the previews discount we are offering for cash term. The discount or the savings that you will be getting is 12%, which is the highest among all the payment terms right now. So to reserve this unit, this is approximately 82 million net of discount, and initial process will be the reservation of 200,000, good for 30 days, and then the down payment or the cash payment is due on the 30th day from reservation. And then there's a 5% retention on the payable on the 12 months. Next slide, please. So we are offering a special term which will give you flexibility for the next 6 months. The 10% can be paid in 6 months, and then the 9% will be paid in quarterly or monthly payments interest free until the turnover period or over 4 years, interest free, while the 81% balance or the lump sum can be paid at the end of the term. Comparing it to the standard term on your left, the 80% is spread until the turnover period, which will give you a higher monthly or quarterly payment. So you may want to take advantage of the light down payment for the next 6 months and the lighter monthly or quarterly payments, because this is only available for the month of February. And you may reach out to your property specialist should you have any questions about this. Next slide, please. So for One Vertis Plaza, for those who are looking for a different portfolio in their real estate or an addition, a commercial or an office unit may be your next investment. So this is on the 9th floor. This is 319 square meters. It is facing the Vertis Gardens and a corner unit. So this will have better views. And of course, a corner unit will give you not just the advantage of having the view, but also the space. Like I mentioned, it's big. It's 319 and it's facing the gardens. Next slide, please. So for the office unit, the cash term will give you the highest discount or savings of 15%. So for this unit, you will be getting 13 million in savings. So the same process, reservation, and then on the next month will be your 95% payment, and then retention of 5% payable on the 12 months. Next slide, please. So for the two terms, the same as the previous term I've shared with you, the special term will give you lighter quarterly or monthly payments. You will only have 14% exposure for the next 4 years, which will give you a monthly of 240,000 based on the 10% down payment. So your quarterly payments for the next 4 years will only be 240,000, and then the 86% lump sum on your right will be due in December of 2024, which you can further finance via bank or your preferred financial institution. Just comparing it to your left, you'll see the big difference of the quarterly payment, as the standard term will give you 80% payable during the construction period with only 10% retention. Next slide, please. So as Kat mentioned, this is our only premier residential development in Davao City. So if you are looking for an alternate investment outside Metro Manila, this may be a good option, as this project will give you the view of the sea. And like Kat mentioned earlier, this is one of the lowest density projects that we have right now, as there will only be 4 units in a floor. This 3-bedroom unit is facing the sea and is approximately 196 square meters on the 10th floor with 1 parking slot. Next, and if you see the layout, it's very regular, so you get the full view of the sea and easier to design because of the layout. Next slide, please. So the unit is approximately 42 million. You can ask your property specialist to discuss with you the breakdown of the term, but the same as the one I mentioned earlier, cash will give you the highest savings. So for this unit, you can get 6 million savings, and initial process is reservation of 100,000 for Azuela, the residences at Azuela Co. After 30 days will be the 95% down payment, and then the 5% payable on the 24th month. This will be turned over sometime in 2024. That's the payment term. Next slide, please. So the two terms, the same as our previous projects. If you compare the standard versus the special term, you'll see how light the monthly and the down payment will be. So something to consider if you are still thinking of where to invest or what will be your next investment. Next slide, please. For Arca South, we have units that have been turned over. So if you are the investor that would like to see your investment right away, you may want to check our showroom and of course the actual site, as you can already view some units and as is an existing community already. So I am recommending the dual suite at the Jade building of Arbor Lanes. This is approximately 105 square meters with one parking slot facing the green spine. So as you can see the layout, it's one bed, it's a big unit that can be converted into either a studio with a one bedroom or a two bedroom unit. So this gives you flexibility on how you can design your unit in the future, as this will be smaller than our two bedroom classic, which is usually around 120 to 130 square meters. And of course, you can see the view. Each building will have either the view of the gardens or the amenity area. So this will be facing the green spine. Next slide, please. So for the cash term, compared to the other projects, this project will offer 15% savings for the cash term. So the same process I mentioned earlier, after the 30-day period starts from your reservation. So your next payment for the cash is after 30 days or March, end of March, sorry. So the two terms, comparing to the left, you will see a big difference because there is the same. Your 10% down payment can be paid in 6 months, and then your monthly payments or quarterly payments will be lower, and then the 77% can be paid at the end of the term, and you can further finance it via bank or your preferred financial institution. Comparing it to the left, which will give you 90% exposure for the next 3 years. The Jade building will be turned over in 2024, so this gives you time to prepare for the lump sum. Next slide, please. So for Garden Court Residences, this is the newest development in Arca South of Ayala Land Premier. I am recommending the 2-bedroom courtyard suite. This is approximately 138 square meters with one parking slot, and this will be facing the courtyard or the amenity area, which is approximately 6,000 square meters, one of the biggest amenity area that we have for our project. Next slide, please. So the same discount, 12%. So we can skip this part, Gian. Next slide, please. So the two terms I mentioned earlier will have the same light monthly payments. And of course, the down payment can be spread into 6 months, which we don't usually offer with our standard term. Next slide, please. So for Park Central Towers, my recommended unit is the 3-bedroom gallery villa plus. This will have, if you're familiar with One Rojas Triangle, this will have the same living experience because this is our ultra luxury development, which will offer the one of the lowest density in terms of number of units per floor, and at the same time, the total number of residents in the building. This unit will also have a floor to ceiling windows from the living to the master's bedroom. And it's a corner unit. You can either have the view of Makati skyline or the Salcedo area. So this unit is on the fifth floor, approximately 286 square meters with 3 parking slots. It will also have a private elevator lobby for those who are looking for privacy or a more exclusive type of unit. And if you can see the layout is very regular and functional, so it's easier to design. But we will deliver it finished but not fully furnished, so you can still design the way you want it to be or choose your preferred furniture brand, but it's going to be livable when we turn over the unit. Next slide, please. So we have two payment options to choose from. You can either avail of the cash. The term will give you 9.5% savings. This is on your left. So for this unit, which is approximately 121 million, you will have a savings of 11.4 million. So the discounted price is 109. And then add the 12% VAT and 3% other charges. I'll just give you the breakdown for this last unit to give you an idea on how we break down the charges. So the 3% covers for the transfer, registration, and dock tax. So total price for this is 126 million. Reservation for Park Central units is 500,000, and then the next payment will be due on the next month, which is 125. If you don't want to pay the whole amount, you can choose to have it financed by the bank. So we will still have a discount of 9% or 10 million savings. So initial process will be the reservation of 500,000, and then after a month, the 20% equity, and then the 80% can be paid or will be financed by the bank. Next slide, please. So I am excited to share that we will be having incentives for buyers. So for a one-bedroom unit, you can avail this 2-bottle wine preserver that you can put inside your bar area or kitchen area. And then for the 2-bedroom, we'll be giving away the mini ref from Smeg. And then if you're availing a 3-bedroom, you can avail of the IWC Portofino chronograph. And if you have questions on how to avail this, you may reach out to your property specialist. So thank you for your time, and I turn it now over to Gian.
Hello, so that concludes our presentation. For any questions and concerns like what Pam mentioned, please feel free to reach out to your Greenbelt Group property specialist. So we have also prepared a digital pocketbook that contains our brochures as well as virtual tours of the project. So feel free to scan this QR code if you're interested. Once again, thank you for joining our brief overview of Ayala's best residential and office units to invest in this 2022. Happy weekend.